When it comes to being a virtual assistant, should you host discovery calls? That is a great question. And if you haven't asked yourself that, please do, because as someone who has both hired virtual assistant, been a virtual assistant, trained virtual assistants, hired virtual assistants for others, I have been through a lot of this process on every end you can imagine, and I have quite a bit to say that will help you grow your business. First, before we even get into the discovery call, I want to get into the virtual assistants out there who you have a website and you have a calendar where people can book a discovery call with you. And before they can book the call, you have questions. Questions like, what are your business goals? And it's like more than like 4 to 5 questions, right? Really, it's a waste of time. My opinion, it's a waste of time. Any virtual assistant who has all of those questions, listen, I'm not hiring you respectfully to be my mentor. I'm not hiring you to grow my business. Like, yes, you will assist in some ways. Yes, you may manage something if that's what I'm bringing you to do. But to get all like, they ask, like, I've seen people ask, like, what's your avatar? What challenges you have in your business? That can be very personal information. Some people may or may not be clear on that. And in my opinion, if you haven't been hired yet, that's a lot you're asking. This is just my opinion. Some people may not agree with it, but I am just telling you things that can stop you from getting hired. And in my opinion, my experience, one thing that can stop you from getting hired is going too deep into a person's business before you get the job. Like, get hired and then get paid to ask those questions, my opinion. I think it is a waste of time. And I have told someone that during an interview because I had asked her the questions and then she was asking me questions. And instead of asking questions, in my opinion, that would have helped her get a better insight on where I was on her even being hired, she was asking questions like she already had the job. And in my opinion, is both invasive and a poor use of your time if you are not sure that you will be getting paid. Okay, so first is, if you are going to offer discovery calls, I would have a very short form. You want their name, you want their email, maybe you even want their cell phone number to send a text reminder, or maybe the service you use will send a text service reminder for you. One thing I would ask that I haven't seen in anyone's pre-discovery form, for those of you who hold discovery calls for VA services, is when are you looking to hire? That is an important question because, first of all, some people are looking to hire ASAP. Some people are looking to hire further away, like months. And that is a very important thing. What is your budget for this role? That's a great question to ask if you want to know up front and if you have some wiggle room. And it's fair to ask, like, what are you looking for support with? I think that's fair to ask. But past that, I would highly recommend, unless you have a process that is working for you and you don't need any room to grow. If you got it, you got it. Happy for you. But if you're looking to grow, if you're looking to really refine your process and make sure you're not slowing down or stopping customers from getting to you, I would keep it at those questions and let them book the call. So, fun fact, I have not ever hosted a discovery call for anyone that I have been a virtual assistant for, right? My process is I apply for the role, we meet for those who want to meet, I get hired or I don't, right? And that's the process that I teach my students in my VA certification program, because I've seen people who will host these discovery calls, then they host another call to go over a proposal. And it's like, it can be 3 calls and you're doing all this research and putting together a presentation and you have not even gotten paid yet. The math is not mathing for me, right? Make a presentation on your plan after you get hired. So my thoughts on, should you host a discovery call? Absolutely, if you desire to. My tips would just be to, like I said, keep the form if you're going to have one short. And I do recommend a text and email reminder before the call. And I do not recommend during the call that at the end of the call you let them know, like, do they want to schedule another call to go into, like, no, treat that call as almost like a job interview, right? You get clear on what their expectations are, they get clear on your expectations, and you see if it's a good fit. And then at the end of the call, you let them know, when would you like me to start, and how will you like to handle payment? Those are the ways I like to end interviews. If you have any questions on any part of this, please let me know in the comments. If you have a different process, let me know that you've had success with, let me know in the comments. And if you have a topic that you'd like me to cover on this channel, let me know below. By the way, for those of you who are like so many of my students who joined the VA certification program, and you have recently become a VA, or you've maybe been doing it a while, but you haven't made maybe more than $20, $25 an hour, you haven't made sustainable income, and you want to level up your skills and learn how do you get clients over and over again? How do you make between 50 to 100K in a year as a VA without overworking? I will be teaching you that in my Become a High Paid Masterclass at the end of the month. If you like an invitation, comment masterclass and we'll get you the link.